sa video natin ngayon, pag-uusapan natin kung paano malocate yung point ng maximum deflection just by using the 3-moment equation. So we have this simply supported beam with a 10 kN load applied at 3 meters from the hinge support. Then we want to locate the point of maximum deflection using the 3-moment equation. So yung first natin gagawin dyan is we will assume our elastic curve. So this load is acting downward. It will cause a positive bending sa beam natin. So yung deflection niya magiging ganito. Yan, ito yung elastic curve niya. Now we have this load, and then notice na 3 meters from the left siya, yung kalahati ng beam span is 2.5. So kapag ganito yung case, the maximum deflection will occur dito sa left side. Now what if, sir, marami na yung loads? If marami na yung loads, yung mayari dyan is yung initial assumption mo will not necessarily be the correct one agad. So paano mo malalaman if mali yung assumption mo? You will know if your assumption is wrong if you will obtain an unrealistic value. So once you obtain an unrealistic value, just change your assumption and then you need to resolve. So dito sa figure natin, I will assume na yung location ng maximum deflection is andito. So, di ba alam natin na yung characteristic ng point of maximum deflection, yung slope dyan is equal to 0 for simply supported beams. So kapag nag-draw tayo ng tangent line dyan, it will just be a horizontal line. So gagawin natin, isi-split natin yung beam into 2. Ito yung point of maximum deflection. Project tayo ng vertical line. So nahati na natin yung beam into 2. So for the left side, let us define this as x. Ayan, x. So yung natirang distance, ito, this will be equal to the whole length, which is 5 meters. Then bawasan natin ng x. So 5 minus x. Ayan. So ngayon, we can now apply the 3-moment equation, and then ito yung gagawin natin. Since 0 yung slope dito sa point of maximum deflection, we can draw a fixed support sa point na yan, and then we can form the 3-moment equation sa left side and the right side of the beam. So dito tayo sa gitna. Ayan. Then we will draw our fixed support. Ayan, sa dalawang sides. So once meron ka ng fixed support dyan, we can now divide the beam into 2. Our first beam is this half. Ito. So we will have this figure. Copy ko na lang to. And then yung kalahati lang. Ayan, ito yung resulting figure. Tapos doon naman sa kabila, copy ko lang yan ulit. Ayan, so ito yung figures natin. And then ano yung ilalagay natin na loads? Di ba alam natin na yung distance na to is equal to x. Ayan, equal to x yan. Then essentially, this is already a cantilever beam. Ayan, dalawang cantilever beams, isa para sa left side and isa naman para sa right side. Ito. So ano yung magiging loads? Ito, this will be the reaction at the left end. Tapos ito naman yung fixed end. Di ba kapag fixed end, then 3-moment equation, we have to draw our imaginary span. So we will establish our points as the following. Yung location ng hinge support, label natin as point 1. Then yung location ng fixed end is point 2. And the imaginary span is at point 3. Ayan. Then itong kabila naman, this side naman, the imaginary span will still be 0.3. Tas yung fixed support is 0.4. Then the location of the roller support is our 5th point. Ayan. So dito sa left side, analyze points 1, 2, 3. Then dito naman sa right side, yung points 3, 4, 5 naman. Ayan. So yung length ng right side is equal to 5 minus x. So huwag mong kalimutan na merong 10 kN load ditong banda. 10 kilonewtons. Ayan. Then ano yung distance na to? If you look at our original figure, this is 3 meters. So yung natitirang distance dyan is equal to 3 minus x. Ayan. Same din dito. this will be 3 minus x. So using the two figures, we can now determine the location and value of the maximum deflection. So we will first analyze points 1, 2, 3. So dito sa first figure, we have only this load, and this load comes from the reaction of the hinge support. So kapag isosolve natin yung reaction dyan, we can sum up moments about point B. Sabihin natin ito yung point A, ito naman yung point B. So moment tayo sa B, we have AY, then times the moment arm, 5 meters, tapos minus 10, moment arm ng 10 kN patungo sa point B is 2 meters. 10 times 2 equate to 0. We can solve AY. So AY is equal to 4 kilonewtons. So dun sa kabila, yung BY naman, BY equals 6. Ayan, from 10 minus 4. So lagay natin yung load, we have 4 kilonewtons. Then we will now apply the 3-moment equation. So since ito yung location ng maximum deflection, we can define this vertical distance, this vertical distance as the maximum deflection. And I hope agree lang na if we project a line dyan sa free end going to the point of maximum deflection, this distance will be equal to the maximum deflection. Ayan. Same din doon sa kabila. If we project a line from 0.5, then this distance will be equal also to the maximum deflection. Lagay na lang natin sa gitna. So again, this will be equal to the maximum deflection. Then using the 3-moment equation, we have M1 L1 plus 2M2 L1 plus L2, then plus M3 L2, for constant EI ito, then plus 6A1 barred A1 divided by L1 plus 6A2 barred B2 divided by L2. Then we equate this to 6EI multiplied by H1 over L1 plus H3 divided by L2. So let's identify M1. Yung M1 is the free end of the beam, so this will automatically be 0. So magka-cancel na yan. Then our point 2 naman is the moment at the fixed support. Ayan. So upon establishing equilibrium, if this is 4 kN upward, then dito sa fixed support, we will have a reactive force of 4 kilonewtons. Ayan. Then ano naman yung moment dyan? Yung moment dyan would be equal to opposite of the moment caused by the 4 kN load. So 4 kN times x, this will cause a clockwise rotation about the fixed support. So 4 times x, opposite niyan is counterclockwise. Yan yung magiging moment dito. So clockwise moment, opposite of clockwise is counterclockwise. So we have a counterclockwise moment, and the value is equal to 4x. Ayan. Then take note na ito yung right end ng beam. So we follow the positive effect. Diba ito yung positive effect? Kailangan counterclockwise yung sa left side, sa right side naman is counterclockwise. So since counterclockwise yan, and nasa right end yan ng beam, then we follow the positive effect, counterclockwise sa right side. Meaning, the sign of M2 will be positive. Positive for x. So 2 M2, which is 4x. Then L1 plus L2, yung L2 natin is ano lang, imaginary, so virtually 0. Then L1 naman is this distance, x. So parang x plus 0, imaginary yung L2. Then M3 naman, imaginary point din yan, so this will just cancel. Ayan, bale walang M3 since imaginary. Then yung 6A1 barred A1 over L1 saka 6A2 barred B2 over L2, these terms will just cancel. Cancel, saka ito rin. Sir, bakit magka-cancel yan? Notice na dito sa figure natin, kapag ginawa natin siyang simply supported, walang ibang load. Yung load lang is 4kN, tas nasa dulo yan. So, if you are to draw, parang ito yung loading. Ayan. Then, this is 4kN. So, meron din siyang reaction dyan na 4kN. 4kN will just cancel out. So, it means na walang 6A1 bar A1, then wala ring 6A2 bar B2 over L2. Ito, wala talaga to since yung length 2 natin from point 2 to 3, imaginary kasi. So, cancelled na to, ito rin. So, we just automatically equate to 6EI. So, ngayon, yung H1 will be the maximum deflection. Diba, yung H1 is the vertical distance from point 1 to point 2. Ayan. And that vertical distance is the maximum deflection. So, yung H1, papalitan natin ng maximum deflection, then divided by X. Since yung L1 is equal to X. Tas ano naman yung H3? Yung H3 will just become 0 since point 2 and point 3 are on the same elevation. So, walang vertical distance separating the 2 points. So, this term will also cancel pala. Ayan. So, this will be our first equation. Then, take note lang na point 1 is above point 2. Kaya, positive yung sign natin dyan. Diba, yung assumption sa 3-moment equation is point 1 and point 3 are above point 2. Since point 1 is above point 2, we just use the positive sign dito sa H1. Ayan. Ito yung first equation natin. Now, we have two unknowns. Maximum deflection and X. So, we need another equation. Then, the second equation, we will take it from the second figure. So, ito yung second figure natin, points 3, 4, 5. Then, copy natin ulit yung 3-moment equation. Ayan. So, yung tatlong points natin are 3, 4, 5 na. Hindi na 1, 2, 3. So, papalitan ko na lang to. This will now be M3. M3, ito rin, magiging M4. Tapos ito, M5. M5. Ayan. Then, take note lang na yung L1 saka L2, always yan, length ng first span and length of second span. So, yung first span natin is from point 3 to 4, horizontal distance. The next is from point 4 to point 5, which is ito, 5 minus X. Remove na lang din natin itong mga 0 since iba yung terms na magka-cancel dito. So, ito naman yung instead of H1, we need the vertical distance between point 4 and point 3. So, we can label this as H3. Tas yung kabila naman is H5 relative to the middle point, which is point 4. Ayan. So, yung M3 natin, nasa imaginary span yan. So, this term will just cancel. Ayan. Yung point 5 naman contains our support reaction, which is 6 kilonewtons. Ayan, 6 kilonewtons. So, since fixed yan, we have our reactions. 6 kN is acting upward. So, yung reaction dito will be acting downward. Ayan, 6 kN. Then, this will cause a counterclockwise rotation about this point. So, yung reaction dyan will be clockwise. Dito sa left end. So, this will be the value of the load multiplied by the moment arm. So, 6 multiplied by 5 minus X. Then, direction is clockwise. Then, nasa left end yan ng beam. So, let's check if it follows the positive effect. For the positive effect, the left end movement should be clockwise. Then, this is also clockwise, meaning nasa positive effect siya. So, the sign for M4 will be positive din. So, paano naman sir if this is counterclockwise? Kapag counterclockwise yan, we follow the negative effect wherein Ito yung general figure niya. Counterclockwise movement sa left end and clockwise movement sa right end. If this is the case, then we use a negative sign para sa M. So again, M4 is 6 multiplied by 5 minus x. Then L1 will be the length of the first span from 0.3 to 0.4. Imaginary yan, so this will just cancel. Ayan. Tapos yung L2 naman will be the length of the second span from 0.4 to 0.5, which is 5 minus x. Then M5 is located at the free end. So kapag nasa free end yan, the moment will just be equal to 0. So this term will cancel. Ayan. Then 6A1 barred A1 over L1 is located sa imaginary span. So this term will also cancel. Ayan, at imaginary span. Now, from 0.4 to 0.5, ito yung merong value since, di ba, merong 6A2 barred B2 divided by L2. So, di ba, meron tayong general formula para dyan for point loads. We have 6A2 barred B2 over L2. This is equal to P times B divided by L. Then, we multiply this by L squared minus B squared. And this is our general figure. We have a force P. A force P applied at A meters from the left. Then, from the right naman, this will be equal to B. And yung L naman is the total length. So, let's analyze our figure. Since we know 6A2 barred B2 over L2 is equivalent to this one, our force P is equal to 10. Ayan. Then, B naman is the distance from the right end patungo sa load. Actually, mas madali kapag titingnan na lang natin yung original figure. So, ito yon. Diba, this distance is 2 meters. Ayan, so ilalagay ko na lang This is 2 meters. So, PB over L, we have 10 times 2 divided by the length. The length is equal to 5 minus x. And then multiplied by L squared minus B squared, the total length is 5 minus x squared natin. Then minus B squared, which is 2 meters. So 2 squared. Then equate natin sa 6EI. 6EI and then H3 over L1. Sir, ano yung H3? Yung H3 is the vertical distance from 0.3 to 0.4. Now, since along the same elevation lang yan, yung H3 pala will just become 0. So, yung meron lang value is H5. Now, H5 is also the maximum deflection. From 0.4 to 0.5, ayan, ito yung vertical distance. So, we can equate this sa maximum deflection, ito. So, deflection max divided by L2. Yung L2 naman is 5 minus x. Ayan. For a while, may mali pala sa moment M4 natin. Yung M4 is 6 times 5 minus x, counterclockwise rotation, then meron pa palang clockwise rotation from the 10 kN load. So, essentially, yung M4 natin is 6 times 5 minus x. Then, opposite of clockwise is counterclockwise. So, yung reaction will be minus 10 multiplied by 3 minus x. Ito, yung moment arm na yan. So, palitan ko na lang yung M4. So, 6 times 5 minus x minus 10 multiplied by 3 minus x. So, balik tayo sa first equation natin. So, since alam natin na sa second equation, deflection maximum occurs only sa isang instance, we just need to define the maximum deflection in terms of x. So, 2 times 4 will be 8. Then, x multiplied by x is x squared. Then, we have equals 6. Again, yung EI magka-cancel dyan. And, it cancels with the second equation. Then, we have I mean, not necessarily cancel. Tatanggalin ko na lang But once we solve the equation, we just need to treat EI as constant. So, parang ano lang, 1. So, hindi na natin itatype yan sa calculator. So, 6 multiplied by deflection maximum divided by x. Then, multiplying the reciprocal of 6 over x dito sa kabila, we would have 8x squared multiplied by x over 6. So, this is our maximum deflection. If we simplify further, x squared multiplied by x is x cubed. So, 8x cubed divided by 6. Ayan. So, yung gagawin na lang natin ngayon is, ikakopy natin yung equation 2. Then, just replace delta max. So, yung delta max will be equal to this value. Ayan, 8x cubed over 6. 8x cubed over 6. Ayan. So, input na lang natin yan sa calculators natin. Ito na yan. And then, once you press shift solve, assume a value na realistic. Since yung assumption natin is, andito siya, just to the left of the 10 kN load, this is 3 meters. Kalahati ng 3 is 1.5. So, yan yung safest guess mo. So for x, 1.5 is our guess value. Then, press equals. We will obtain 2.645751311. So, this is already the location of the maximum deflection. So, lagay natin x is equal to 2.6545751311. Ayan. Meters yan. Location of the maximum deflection. Then, for the value of the maximum deflection, just utilize this equation, yung na-simplify natin sa equation 1, 8x cubed over 6. So, yung x, isa-store ko na lang, shift store, lagay ko sa letter A. Ayan. So, 8x cubed will be 8a cubed divided by 6. 8x cubed over 6. Ayan. Equals, we have 24.6937. Then, this will be kilonewton m cubed. Then, divided by EI. Ayan. Move ko na lang to. Now, itong equation na binuo natin, actually, pinakita ko lang yung M4 in terms of the second figure talaga. But using the concept na yung moment dyan is just same as the internal moment dito sa left side, and we know M2 is equal to 4x, we can also assume na itong value ng M4 is 4x din. 4x yung M2 at the fixed support, diba? Same location yan. So, dito sa second equation, instead of writing M4 as this long expression, we can just use 4x. So, hindi ko na lang i-demonstrate ulit. Tinype ko na lang sa calculator. Ito. Instead of writing 6 multiplied by 5 minus x minus 10 multiplied by 3 minus x, this will just simplify into 4x. Ito. So, if you will input 2 multiplied by 4x, then multiplied by 5 minus x, bali ito. Palitan mo lang yan. Make this 4x. Same result pa rin. Shift solve, solving x, 2.64575 pa rin. Ayan. So, ito talaga yung best option. Instead of using this moment expression, just use the moment at the left side. Same lang yan sa magiging moment mo dito. So, if we will check dito sa application natin, the location of the maximum deflection is at 2.64575. Recall A. Ayan. 2.64575. Then, yung value ng maximum deflection is 24.69368. Ayan. Ito pala yung input values doon sa application natin. And just visit our website. So, marami nagsasabi na hindi pwedeng makuha yung location ng maximum deflection using the 3-moment equation. But by using the following concepts, we can still obtain the location as well as the value. But yun nga lang, medyo mahaba siya. Medyo mahaba but doable. Pero hindi to recommended sa board exam or sa quizzes ninyo. This is just to explore further the concept sa structural theory na pwede rin palang isolve siya gamit yung 3-moment equation.